Hey everybody, it's TorontoUnicorn again. It is April 16th, 2022, and I am still on my very last day home in isolation because of COVID, and that's why my voice also sounds a little off, but I am so fucking high. I just moved to Detroit, and I am like chilling, and I wanted to spend this time off camera because I'm still like enjoying my makeup vacation, frankly. I had an idea, and it's kind of like a pillow talk, but because of the nature of what I want to talk about, it's actually easier for me to do it off camera. So I actually want to talk about secrets today, because we all have secrets, don't we? Secret things that we like in sex that maybe are so taboo that we don't admit it to a lot of people, or secrets about feelings and like maybe somebody you're crushing on but like no one else knows, secrets about affairs you're having in your life with married people or whatnot. Everybody's got secrets, and the only person that knows all your secrets is you. And I've decided to share some secrets that maybe are like I'm not the only one that knows them, but like they're not widely known. But I think that there's something to be said about sharing secrets. And it allows you to open yourself up a little bit and become vulnerable with people, and like allow yourself the freedom to also open up and maybe admit something in the comments, right? Like maybe not, because it's not anonymous, but maybe if you even resonate with this idea of we all have secrets, and sometimes these secrets are better shared, because the more the people are aware of what other people have going on, the more, it can suddenly feel less isolating. So I'll tell you a true story. This is not a secret from my OnlyFans for sure. But I never admitted this until about a year ago when I started my OnlyFans page. It was when I was on the Oasis virtual events, and then I took it to my OnlyFans page. I have always liked the scent of my own vagina smell. For lack of a better word, I'm not going to be vulgar, right? I have been mesmerized by my scent, like to the point where I would always try and strategically get opportunities to like visit the area and then like inhale the scent off my fingers for like as long as I could, draw the experience long. My whole life, even when I was a kid in school, I remember doing this, because I would always have ways of holding my face that looked like I was just deep in thought, but actually it was my finger was right underneath my nose, and I was like inhaling with every breath, like sweet, like nectar smell. So anyways, what's really interesting is that I felt a little ashamed by that. I didn't think that other people did that, and I just thought, oh, that's kind of maybe weird, so I don't share that with people. And I was on the Oasis platform, and we were having a virtual hangout, which is the best way we all got through the pandemic, was having this kind of virtual social club, which was a bunch of people on webcams, and some people had sex, some people gave blowjobs, some people watched, whatever. It was fun. It was like a sex club virtually. So then it was there where we were doing like truth or dare, and I admitted it. And what's really fascinating is that a few other people in the room admitted it also on camera, and admitted also that they had never told a soul. And I was like, wow, so there's more of us. And then sure enough, there's a whole like fetish about pussy scent and things like that. And there's a whole industry about panty selling and things like that. And honestly, as somebody who's a consumer of scent, I understand that industry. Of course I do. If you don't have access to it, you might want to pay for access to it. I understand that. But yeah, so that was something that was a secret for many years, for almost my whole life, because I didn't know if other people would judge me for it or not. I guess I don't know, or if it was weird, but turns out it's not so weird. Turns out other girls that I know now, like even like their taste. I'm different about my taste. My taste doesn't mesmerize me the same way that my scent does. It's just a clear scent preference that I have, over taste, but I like eating other girls, so it's all good. So that is my very big secret, but it's not in the lifestyle I'm in. It's more common now that I've started speaking about it with more people, they're like, oh yeah, I love my scent too. And I'm like, oh wow. So it's really, once you start admitting these things in the right circles, and like other people are like, oh yeah, smell mine, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, it's like you feel like you're not so much of an isolated outsider. And so I think that's what I really like about this sex positive lifestyle, swinger lifestyle, is you are accepted as long as you're like non-judgmental about others, and it doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter what you look like in a bathing suit. It matters 0%, man. I'm telling you, you show up, you do you, be you. If you are 400 pounds, you be 400 pounds. If you are a micro penis, you are a micro penis. You flaunt it, and you know, whatever. Most accepting environment I have ever experienced as a human is at a sex club. The most accepting and non-judgmental. And what's really interesting about that is it's such a powerful experience the first or second time you go to a sex club, that you actually gain that understanding really quickly. It's not something that you take a while to learn. I remember the person who told me about the existence of sex clubs, and this is about, 15 years ago. I just heard about it, like never really Googled it or anything. I was just like fascinated that these things existed. And I remember her takeaway from her experiences was that it was a very accepting and non-judgmental environment. And so the fact that I got that information from her, and then I go and I have the exact same experience. By the way, I walked into Oasis a little bit heavier than I am now. I was not body confident. I was terrified of getting undressed in public, especially in front of guys. Like, it was terrifying. I had never before Oasis gotten naked in a change room in front of people. Never in my life. I've always found a way to avoid it. Like, I failed gym class in grade 9 because I refused to bring gym clothes because I knew I would have to change into them, and I didn't want to get changed in front of people. Women, especially young women, unfortunately, can be paralyzed in fear of their bodies in front of other people, and we've all gone through it, and it's so terrible. Frankly, until you get into your 30s and into sex clubs, and then suddenly you're embraced and celebrated for the body you have, and frankly, like, it really just matters, like, more if it works. You know what I'm saying? Like, can you show up? Can you participate? Can you have sex with a condom? Like, these are the skill sets you need to be successful. You don't need to have the rock hard body. If you do, great. You're gonna get fucked a lot more probably. But honestly, that's just how it goes in nature. But in these clubs, there is like an attractiveness hierarchy a bit, but it really is more about connecting and chemistry and excitement and all that kind of stuff. So anyways, I do have one final thought, and I was wondering if I was going to mention this or not, but I am in a few Facebook groups, and one of them, I'm not going to give the name, but like it's a group about couples who look for single women unicorns in the swinger lifestyle. Basically, it's meant to be for couples and single women. So it turns out there's been some guys that came into the group. I understand when men complain that there's a stigma towards single men in the lifestyle. I understand. I see it. I do stick up for you. Everywhere I can, right? I also think it just is the nature of a saturated market. You know what I'm saying? The single men, it's a sex club. Every single man is like basically interested in this kind of shit for the most part. So there's going to be competition. It's just the nature of it. But what I found to be a bit much, even though I completely understand and respect how gentle the wording was in this group about how they were going about this, I actually was impressed about that, actually, because they celebrated them as dragons. They just said that they were in the wrong place, right? So that was a much better way to say, hey, you're in the wrong group, than to be like, get this fucking person out here. But there was one post that I didn't really like, and it was somebody who had found one of the members and basically uploaded their profile picture and put the word single male across their face as a way of, and they tagged the moderators. Like, I understand that they were just trying to get the single men removed from the group. But if that was me and I saw my face suddenly on like a wanted poster with words across my face, with like a bounty on my, like, that's a little harsh in my opinion, even if I understand the group was trying to reinforce their boundaries. I just thought, I understand as single men what that can be like. So I'm here for you. I do root for you. I understand that we're all humans on the inside. We're all sensitive. We all hate rejection. And just because there's a lot of single men, it doesn't make you disposable. None of you are. So I just want to make sure you have an ally in me and TorontoUnicorn, and I will be an ally wherever I go, as long as you're respectful in this lifestyle and don't come in with a bunch of expectations and all of that. There's nothing more of a turnoff than looking into a guy's eye who's filled with fucking expectations of you already. Like, just relax. Let me fucking see if I like you first, Anyways, I'm rambling. And once again, I am very much enjoying the concept of almost like a secret, diary, podcast with you, because there's things I won't say on camera, frankly, maybe not. And right now, when I'm at home anyways and not going out and everything, this is a more intimate way to hang out, because this is how I'm hanging out. It would be artificial for me to put on a bunch of makeup and put on a mini skirt and get in front of a camera right now. And I'm such an authentic person that I don't even want to fake it. I don't want to fake it for you, because I think you'll know the difference, frankly. But when someone's sick or recovering, they're just taking a time out from some of those things, So I've been living large, though. Don't you feel bad for me? I've been ordering delivery every night, delicious food, and I've been smoking weed because, of course, I have to use my medicine, regardless of if I have COVID. I'm not even debating that on here. But yeah, it's really not been terrible. It's just been a little isolating. A few crazy things happened this week when I was isolated. So the first night that I knew I wasn't allowed to leave my apartment, which is kind of a scary thing, suddenly the fire alarm goes off, and that goes off a lot, so it's not a big deal. But then the evacuation alarm is activated, and it's that fast beep, 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 beep. And I was like, oh, motherfucker. So I was supposed to leave my building on the first night I'm diagnosed with COVID. I've got a cat. I'm like, what do I do? So I did not evacuate. I thought, I'm going to take a chance that this is also a false alarm. And I kept my eye on the window, but everything was false, so it was fine. Then the next day, I get a call from a comedy club that I won 10 tickets, and I can give them to my friends and stuff for this week only. And I was like, well, motherfucker, I can't go out of my house. What am I supposed to do? So I had to turn that down. And then another day goes by, and because I hadn't been to the lobby of my building, because I can't leave my house within isolation, I didn't see any signs that went up saying there was a water shutdown. And so I basically wake up from a nap one day and can't wash my hands, nothing, no water. I'm like, you have got to be kidding me. So I've had some kind of crazy shit happen. Yeah. Not to mention the fact that I wake up on my most anticipated night at Oasis, Bukkake night. I was looking forward to this so much. And to wake up, I woke up with symptoms. And so I knew I wasn't going anyways, even if I didn't have COVID, because you simply can't go even if you have symptoms. But when I got that positive test, and it made me realize that, yeah, absolutely, I'm not seeing any of these people again for a while, it scared me a little bit. It's you get plucked out of your social life, and I was really looking forward to that night. It was going to mean a lot to me. Luckily, my friends still got to go without me and had a good time, and were able to make a video. And I was able to, I'll plug that video in here as well in the description, because it was her Bukkake vlog, and she did a wonderful job. So that was Jila Valentine. Yeah, so we'll be seeing more of them, I'm sure of it. We collaborate a lot on OnlyFans, actually. We make content together, and I have a studio at my apartment and good lighting and good cameras, and so when they come over, they also like to make some content for themselves too. So it's such a wonderful friendship that way. We are mutually excited about it. So it doesn't hurt that it's paying the bills a little bit, so. I'll be honest with you, I've had a blast chatting. I hope you like this concept. I hope to continue this concept, even if I also make my video content. Maybe I'll even start a podcast. And that's the thing I wanted to ask. Apparently, I can open up a Spotify thing, or put a podcast on Spotify, which is basically my videos, but just without video. I want to basically just create my content and convert it to also a podcast. I'm wondering if any of my fans out there, any of my loyal fans, have any tips for me on how to do that, or whether you think that there'd be interest in that. Do you think, can you comment below, that there would be interest in an audio-only podcast, on Spotify? Or do you prefer just all my content to be videos and with me in front of the camera? All right, you let me know, and thank you once again for hanging out with me. I hope to hang out with you again very soon. I think it's we're getting to know each other, and in a way we're getting more intimate every time we hang out with one of these kind of podcast videos. So I hope you stick around with me. I'm having fun. Bye.